Right, here as promised is a video, when I can get it focused, on my Space Invaders. I think it's struggling because the light level's so low. But I've had it quite a few years now. I bought the Space Invaders some time ago. When it came in it was faulty. I repaired it. But I'd left it in the shed for too long and damp had got to it and it cocked it up, and I didn't see the point in going any further with it. I got spares and boards and chips and things like for it, but for the amount of time it takes and the amount of testing and what have you, I thought, well, to be honest, I might as well build a more modern system into it as long as I keep it looking as original as possible. And I've done my best to do that, and it seems to have worked alright. Everything can be put back to original without much trouble if I wanted to. I've still kept the original black and white monitor, but I did put a modern game system into it, jammer system with 60 games on it. Modern ones that you'd all recognise them anyway. The Space Invaders is one of them. Pac-Man, what do you call it? There's about 60 games altogether. And it was very successful. But I had to use a computer monitor. Well, luckily I got hold of one. I was given one free, which was a bonus. And it worked for a while, and then a couple of days ago I switched it on and it popped. So I thought, well, I'm getting a bit fed up with this because it weighed a ton. It took a lot of actually, fixing the new monitor into the existing case and what have you. A lot of modifications to do. And I thought, well, I'm not messing about with that. To get it all out and to fix it and what have you is going to take ages, and it's got to all go back together again, and then you don't know how long it's going to last again. So I thought, right, I need a system in here where I can change something fairly quickly, and which will make life a lot easier and a lot lighter. So normally I wouldn't have, I don't really like to see LED monitors in an old game system sort of thing, but I thought in this case it's going to be the only way forward, to be honest, with if I want to keep it going for as long as possible. So I bit the bullet, but I thought to myself, well, how do I get the scan to reverse, because it's looking up at a mirror. So you've got to have the scan reversed completely, as well as the picture upside down, obviously, which is quite easy. You just turn the screen around. But to get the scan reversed, you can buy scan reversers for the displays, but from what I've seen they were ridiculously stupid money. And I thought, well, I'm not going to do that. I can't afford to do that. I'm not messing about. I don't want to spend so much on something and it can still go wrong and you've lost a lot of money. So I thought, well, how can I do this? And it was easy with the CRT monitor because you could reverse the scan coil connections and it just flipped the picture the other way. But on the LED televisions, I'd never tried it before, but I thought, I'd been thinking about it before and having a go, but never got round to it. I thought about actually taking the actual LCD panel out of the screen and just flipping it over upside down, basically, so that as you're looking at the picture, it's like flipping over a piece of acetate with some words on it. It's like turning it completely over and looking at it back to front, sort of thing. So I never tried it before and I didn't even know if it would work. And yesterday I had a go, and it took me a while. I broke the first monitor because I didn't realise somebody had actually taped the flipping screen into just on one corner. And as I was lifting it out, that corner got twisted and cracked it. So I thought, well, never mind, I've got plenty more to go at. So I tried another monitor, and I found that the connection for the screen wasn't actually in the centre, which made it very awkward because it meant I had to flip everything over and literally move the circuitry around inside to allow for the fact that the connections were the other way around. Anyway, I was on it all yesterday and all until about 10:30 last night, sorting it all out and then putting it into the Space Invaders. And I couldn't believe it when it actually came on. If you've seen the pictures I put on last night, you'll see where it shows the screen showing the scan reversed. And it actually works perfectly. So now I'm going to switch it on and I'm going to let you have a look. It's going to take a few seconds to boot up because it has to load 60 games in. Right, if you keep an eye on the screen and it stays in focus, hopefully, you'll see it looks as though it's out of place at first. Let me put another light on and see if we can get this to focus in a bit better. Where are we? Can it focus now? Let's see. Are you going to focus? There we go. Now if you can see, it's actually loading up now. It's counting up. I'm going to kick the stand, my special stand, made from a piece of stick and a metal bracket. And the mounting the actual screen onto the actual existing monitor frame, I had to put a couple of extra pieces of metal, flat metal, across the frame to allow for positioning of some spacers. I've got 4 spacers actually glued to the actual screen, back of the monitor line. And I thought, well, how am I going to fasten them to the metal plates? And I thought about drilling and screwing, but I thought, well, unless you're going to drill holes, oblong holes and whatever, you've got no real adjustment other than side-to-side movement, which you can actually do on the frame of the monitor, the existing frame. Anyway, I thought, well, long and hard about it, in about 2 minutes, and decided to see if I could find some of my neodymium magnets that would actually fit in the ends of these spacers, because they've got a hole down the centre. And I found some perfectly round ones that actually fit perfectly into the actual ends. So they are glued, the actual spacers themselves are glued to the back of the monitor, and the magnetic parts at the other end are what holds it onto the metal bars, the frame that I put across. And it's been absolutely perfect. It holds them firm, it holds the screen firm, but it makes it so that it's absolutely so easy to adjust, to get it lined up inside the monitor, and then as you can see, what a fantastic result, what a fantastic picture. I shall put a couple of games on and just run. I've also had to alter the knob so that it doesn't just go side to side, it actually goes up and down. I've still got a bit of refining to do on that because the hole's not perfectly round, so sometimes it catches and you don't get the movement you want. But the idea is there, and I'm absolutely over the moon with it. If you play normal Space Invaders on it, you wouldn't know you was playing a jammer game, basically. You'd think you was playing the original. And it's kept it all looking as original as possible, because you're still working on the reflective screen from the screen at the bottom, with a mirror, two-way mirror at the back, and obviously illuminated at the back with a black light. So anyway, I'm going to put your Space Invaders on to start with, but then I'm going to show you some of the other games that are also available on this game. Right, if you bear with me, let's have a look. That's Mrs. Pac-Man. Everybody loves Mrs. Pac-Man. Frogger, Donkey Kong, the other Donkey Kongs, I'm not really keen on them. Galaxian, everybody loves Galaxian, I remember that. Dig Dug, Crush Roller, Mr. Do, there's loads, but here's Space Invaders, so you can actually see how it looks as it would have done, sort of thing. Right, here we go. I can't fault it, absolutely fantastic, and you wouldn't believe the screen's actually the wrong way around. Come on, get it. There we go. This is how he used to do it, because the idea was to get rid of the ends and stop them coming down so fast, wasn't it? But as you can see, doesn't that look absolutely brilliant? I mean, that doesn't look any difference. I mean, normally I wouldn't have got killed there, but I'm going to speed it up so that we can actually go to the next game and whatever, and just show you a couple of other games. I won't go through all 60 because it'll take forever. And the good thing about this jammer system is I've put it in such a way that the board is only just on the inside, and if I want to change the games on it, I can put a 412 in or something like that. But the only thing I've got to make sure is that this monitor's vertically mounted. I've just got to make sure it's a jammer board with the vertical games on it. Otherwise it'd be a lot of, I don't want to have to mess it up by making it horizontal, because it would mean affecting the mask that's on the inside and whatever. But anyway, how good is that? Let's try some other games. Let's have a look. And you've got all different versions of Pac-Man, Galaga, Tank Battalion, some that are not so familiar, but there's Burger Time. I always used to love Mappy, absolutely brilliant. And you've got the Centipede and all that lot. Phoenix, everybody remembers Phoenix. Let's have a go at Phoenix. The only thing I can't do on this is I've got to put another button on, because I haven't got the shield button. So basically I can fire, but I can't, and I can go side to side, I can't use the shield. Everybody remembers this? See, normally I'd have used my shield there and that would have protected me, but I haven't got that button. But it's a simple addition of another button, that's all. Really need to add another 2 buttons, but I was contemplating drilling any more holes into this original what do you call it, control panel. But the thing is, if I can get hold of another control panel, I shall be very happy, because then I've got a replacement to put it back to original. Anyway, let's have a look at some more. Scramble's another one that I can't use the bombs on, so we've got the New Rally X and what have you. Loads of games to keep you happy, but as I say, you can put any, you know, different cards in, as long as they're vertical ones, and you've got thousands of games basically if you want. You can swap them over. As I say, if I've got a bit more time, and it takes ages to upload as well at the moment anyway, but I'll just show you a few. You can see some of the games that's on here. Let's show you, because I want you to see that you can actually obviously move up and down as well, because you could only move side to side originally on the Space Invaders. Alright, let's show you this one. Obviously I'm not brilliant at this, but I mean, yeah, I can't fault that screen. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. I didn't even know whether it would work with turning the actual screen, flipping it over, but it's worked beautifully. It's just exactly the same. It's just that when you look at the monitor, if you was looking at it normally and not reflected on the mirror, it would be back to front basically. The writing would be back to front, and it would only look right when you put it reflected on the mirror. Get him. There we go. I'm gonna get killed, because I don't want to, as I say, I don't want it running on too long, because it does take a long while to upload. It's going to take a while anyway, so probably won't be ready till tomorrow. Let's go up. So you see all the controls, everything, absolutely beautiful. And I think the screen, the picture, looks absolutely better than the original, and it certainly looks a lot better than the old computer monitor, the CRT monitor that I put in as well. So I'm really pleased with that. I hope you all enjoyed that, and if I put any other game boards on any time, because I mean I've got one now that's got asteroids on it, because it was I've been waiting ages to get asteroids and a few others that were only available on like vector games and what have you, and now they're starting to come onto normal Jammer and what have you. I shall, when I get something like that sorted out, I shall put another video on and show you that, and bring back a lot more memories for people. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoy this video, and hopefully it shouldn't take a million years to upload. And thank you for watching, and see you on the next one. Bye now.